You have been studying English for a while now, and you have made significant and good improvements. But you're at a stage where no matter how much effort and dedication you put in, you just don't seem to be improving. Hello and welcome. Language learning is like many other things in life based on stages. For you to get to where you want, you have to climb up a few stairs. You have to go phase through phase. So, language learning begins at the beginner level, where you don't know a lot of things and everything is just new. And because everything is new, your mind and your brain just want to keep taking everything in all the time, just absorbing everything. And because you're not comfortable in English with the knowledge you already have, which might be very limited, you just want to keep getting more and more and more. But eventually, you acquire the basics of language, basics of English, and now you're good. You can communicate. You can go to a store. You can go to the doctors. You can do basically anything on a daily level, and you don't have input. You don't have stimulation to go above and beyond what you already can do. And even if you do have input, it just doesn't seem to make any difference. So, I have already gone through the plateau effect once because I'm still learning English. All of us learn, you and me, every day. Every day is an opportunity for us to improve. But I've gone through that, and I'm sure I'll probably go through it again. But it's probably going to be not as difficult because I've already had experience and I know what to do when you get there. Lack of stimulation. Just imagine you go to a restaurant and you order a burger and you're very, very hungry at the time of ordering the burger. So you sit there and you wait. And as you wait, the sensation or your yearning, your desire, your wanting to eat the burger only grows stronger and stronger. You want more and more and more. And when they actually bring you the burger, you eat it. And as you eat it, you enjoy, you indulge, and it's so good. You think to yourself, gosh, this burger is so good. I'm gonna order another one. As the burger is being prepared, you finish the one you're eating and you're not hungry anymore. You don't have the desire anymore. But because you ate the burger before, you're like, yeah, but it tasted good. So if I eat it again, I'm gonna get the experience again. Fine. But then they bring the burger and then you eat it and then you eat it more. And as you eat, you're like, it tastes good. It's nice, but the experience, the excitement, it's just not there anymore. I don't like it as much as I like the one before, the previous one. Why is that? Simple answer. The person who ate the first burger is not the same person who's eating the second burger. How? The first person was very hungry. The first person had been not eating burgers for a while. He was on an empty stomach and his desire, his yearning for the burger was big, was huge. He just wanted the burger. I want something. But now that you already have eaten a burger, you don't need to eat another one. You just eat one because you want to. And I apologize that I had to bring an example of burgers, but it's it's the only one I could think of right now. But let's just go back to it. What exactly do you do when the second burger you eat, or your efforts now of studying English and trying to improve, just don't give you the excitement, don't fill your hunger, and they just don't do anything? What do you do then? Well, it's a very simple answer. Stop eating. Stop studying. But what do you mean, stop studying? Okay, let me explain myself. I'm not telling you to abandon all your exercise books, all your notebooks, all your computer, your teachers, your courses, just forget about English. No, do not do that. What I'm telling you to do is slow down. Stop. What you were doing before isn't working anymore. So you have to do something else. You have to find another strategy that's going to help you go from here to another level. What got you here won't get you there. You have to have a different strategy, a different method. And which method would that be? Try something different. Let's just say your English up to now has been a product of you attending English courses at school. You only talk to your peers. You only talk to your teachers. And you don't have a lot of people or a lot of exposure to English as a language. So, your brain is used to that. Your brain already knows what to say to the teacher. Your brain already knows what to say to your peers and colleagues and friends. So there's nothing new about it. What do you do now? You have to put yourself in situations in which your brain will be forced to grow. And do not force it too much. Let's just say you were studying, let's just say, the basics of English communication, how to greet people, the daily basic conversations of the weather, asking for directions, things like that. You are not going to jump from that to an IT class on the specifics of computer circuitry management. You're not going to do that. But you can jump to something a little bit more digestible, like how to have formal conversations for 10 to 20 minutes with somebody. And that's a little bit more digestible. You can do that. So the plateau effect happens with everybody in pretty much any area of life, not just English learning. But what you have to do here is just know that it is not the end. You're going to get better. You just have to use a different strategy. Getting angry at that, giving up, losing all hope, becoming demotivated is not going to help. Try another strategy. Let's just say you studied English for 2 hours a day. You were super dedicated. You were on point with it. And your method of studying was to read, to solve grammar exercises, and to listen to maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes of an English podcast. Try something new. Why not get online and try to speak with native speakers? Why not find a platform where you can be stimulated by people in real time? Why not listen to another type of podcast? Why not listen to podcasts that are longer? Why not start reading different books? Or just not read books at all. Just stop. Try to make your input different. Like you could just do movies. And by doing movies, I mean watch movies. You could just watch movies. You find another way of doing the same thing, which is input. The most important things in language learning are input and output. Input is what comes in, and output is what comes out. So even babies, when you were learning your first language, you had a lot of input, just listening and listening and listening and listening all the time. That is all that you did before you could speak. And at some point, you were able to make sounds, start speaking, and just informing people of what was going on in your head. But you weren't that good at it, you know? You still had to learn. There was a phase, I'm sure, that you maybe couldn't pronounce a word right, you couldn't say something correctly as a child, and you had to have people correcting you there. But sometimes, even when you're corrected, you don't change. There's nothing there. Let's just imagine a scenario with Johnny, an American kid. Johnny pronounces the word popsicle a little incorrectly. Instead of saying popsicle, he says popsicle. Mommy, can I get a popsicle? No, Johnny, it's not popsicle, it's popsicle. All right, that was day 1. Day 2, Johnny again. Mommy, can I get a popsicle? No, Johnny, it's not popsicle, it's popsicle. But Johnny listens and says, oh yeah, that's it, that's popsicle. But on the following day, nothing changes. He keeps doing the same. Is Johnny doing this on purpose? Of course not. His brain isn't adjusted to that. He's not ready to make the change yet. But you have to give him time to slowly absorb the language, and he'll get to a point like, oh my God, no, it's not popsicle, it's popsicle. But you have to give him time. If you can give Johnny time, you can give yourself time, because Johnny won't be saying popsicle all the time. He'll change. You just have to give him another strategy. Stop teaching him as a parent. Let the world teach him, maybe. Not to give parenting advice, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to illustrate how you can get away from the plateau. I know this video might sound a little bit simple or simplistic, but it does help. If you change your strategy into another one, check out other English learners. How do they learn English? And try their strategies. Just do it a little bit differently, and you'll see the changes. And even if you don't see the changes, be patient, slow down, try another strategy, and wait. Changes will be coming. I went through it. A lot of people have, and we're here. We're getting better each day, so you can do it too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.